Besides editing the shape of the layer, we can of course also edit the color values. There is a list of such commands found in the Image menu under Adjustments. For example, Brightness Contrast opens a UI of sliders to exaggerate or diminish the contrast, or to increase or decrease the overall brightness. More fine-grained control can be achieved with the second command, Levels, which allows individual adjustment of the shadows, the midtones, and the highlights. Even better is the Curves command. Though it takes a little time to get used to it, it usually gives a more evenly blended result. In this case, we see a common situation with streetscapes. There is a lot of light left in the sky, but the ground level is in shadow. No single adjustment is effective for the whole image. For such cases, there is an option to apply an adjustment layer. At the bottom of the Layers panel, the icon that looks like a slashed circle opens a tab with all of the image adjustment commands we've seen above. But these open the interface not as a floating UI window, but in a panel called Properties. Make the adjustment you want for the lower part of the image, and return to the Layers panel, and there will be a new layer called Curves 1. Toggling the layer visibility shows that this has not fundamentally changed the background layer, but the appearance of the background is being filtered through the adjustment layer above it. On this adjustment layer, there are new symbols. Instead of a thumbnail preview, there is a graph icon. Double-clicking, it brings us back to the Properties panel, and we can re-edit the parameters of the curve command, which was not possible before. Next to the graph is a chain link icon, which we will discuss at a later point, and then a blank white rectangle, which represents the layer mask. The layer mask is how we will be able to apply this adjustment to only a selective part of the image. Clicking on the layer mask to select it as the active layer allows it to be edited. Select the rectangular marquee tool and click drag to select a region of the image. Then go to the Paint Bucket tool, set your color to black if it isn't already, and click inside the selected rectangle. The layer mask thumbnail will show a preview with that rectangle in black, and where the mask is black, it is as if the curve adjustment was turned off. Return to the Marquee tool, or use the keyboard shortcut M, and click once outside the selection to deselect. Then go back to the Paint Bucket tool, but click and hold to bring up a submenu where there is a Gradient tool. Note the preview above that shows the gradient from white to black. Click and drag and the gradient manipulation handles will appear over the image. You can adjust the exact positioning through these so that the street level and sky level are smoothly balanced. Note how white and black areas are in full effect and no effect, and in between the amount of curve adjustment is proportional to the darkness of the gray and the gradient. It may be helpful to visualize the layer mask itself, which you can do by using the # key. Adjustment layers can also be stacked up, for example adding a selective color adjustment. Here I am making the neutrals a bit more yellow to give the building stucco some warmth to make up for the poor lighting conditions, and make the reds darker and more reddish so that the letters of the signage are stronger. And above all that, a third adjustment layer, using hue saturation to desaturate and white out all of the blues and cyans of the sky, and the glass of the towers behind, which isolates and focuses attention on the Perla Hotel.